Once upon a time, in a quiet village tucked between green hills and winding rivers, there lived two sisters in a modest little cottage with their mother. Though they shared a roof, their lives couldn't have been more different. The elder sister, Emily, was kind, gentle, and hardworking. From sunrise to sunset, she swept the floors, baked bread, fetched water, and stitched clothes. She never complained, even when her hands were sore or her back ached. Her younger sister, Emma, was quite the opposite. She was pampered and spoiled by their mother, who clearly favored her. Emma spent her days lounging in the sun, eating pastries, and brushing her long hair in front of the mirror. When Emily toiled in the kitchen, Emma would roll her eyes and mutter, "Why work when someone else will do it for you?" One bright morning, Emily sat by the well behind their home, working on her most precious possession, a delicate cross-stitch she had been sewing for weeks. It was a gift she planned to give their kind old neighbor on her birthday. Just as she tightened a golden thread, a rooster from the garden suddenly flapped its wings and let out a loud, startling cock-a-doodle-doo! Startled, Emily's hands jumped, and the cross-stitch slipped from her lap and into the deep well. "Oh no!" she cried, peering into the dark water. The gift was gone, sinking into the unknown. Without thinking twice, Emily leaned in farther, and before she could call for help, splash! Down she went, tumbling head first into the well. Instead of cold water or darkness, Emily landed softly on a bed of moss in a world unlike anything she had ever seen. She blinked and looked around. She was in a magical garden filled with shimmering trees, talking animals, and flowers that seemed to glow in the sunlight. As she wandered in awe, Emily saw a small white rabbit tugging at a carrot stuck deep in the earth. "Let me help you," Emily offered kindly. With a gentle tug, she pulled the carrot free. "Thank you," said the rabbit with a little bow. "You have a good heart." Farther along, she noticed a rose bush wilting under the sun, its petals drooping. "Oh, you're thirsty," said Emily, grabbing a nearby shell to scoop water from a nearby stream. She gently poured it onto the roots, and soon the rose stood tall again, its petals sparkling. The garden seemed to smile at her kindness. At the end of the path stood a cozy cottage made of stone and wood. Smoke curled from the chimney, and the scent of fresh bread filled the air. Standing at the door was a tall woman with silver hair and kind eyes. She wore a deep blue cloak and held a wooden cane carved with stars. "Welcome, dear child," said the woman. "I am Mother Holle. I saw your good deeds in the garden. You may stay here with me if you wish." "I have no idea how to get home, but thank you. I'd be glad to help." Mother Holle nodded. "There's only one task I ask of you. Each morning, shake the feathers from my bed until they float like snow. It keeps the skies above bright and clean." Emily agreed. Every day she woke early, fluffed and shook the bed until white feathers danced like snowflakes. In return, Mother Holle gave her warm meals, soft clothes, and a place by the fire. The days passed peacefully, but eventually, Emily began to miss her home, even her chores, and yes, even her sister. Sensing Emily's longing, Mother Holle smiled. "It's time for you to go home, my dear." She led Emily through the garden to a giant golden gate etched with vines and stars. As Emily stepped through, a soft breeze swirled around her. Suddenly, a shower of gold rained from the sky, covering her gently. Her old dress turned into a beautiful gown, and in her hand, as if by magic, was her lost cross-stitch, unharmed. With a flash of light, Emily was back at the well behind her cottage. When she walked through the door, her mother and Emma gasped. "What happened to you?" her mother cried, eyes wide at her shining dress and golden glow. Emily told them everything: the magical garden, Mother Holle, the talking animals, and her reward for being kind and hardworking. Her mother's eyes sparkled with greed. "Emma," she cried, "you must do exactly what your sister did. Throw something in the well and jump in after it." Emma, excited at the thought of gold and magic, quickly grabbed a piece of cross-stitch and tossed it into the well. Without a second thought, she jumped in. Like Emily, she landed in the enchanted garden. The rabbit was still there, struggling with another carrot. "Help?" he asked. Emma scoffed. "Why should I ruin my nails?" She walked past the rose bush, now wilted again, but ignored it. She found Mother Holle's cottage and knocked. "Hello, child," said the kind woman. "Will you stay and help me with my bed each day?" Emma smiled sweetly. "Of course," she lied. But after the first morning, Emma stopped shaking the bed. She slept late, made messes, and even yelled at a singing bluebird outside her window. The cottage grew dusty, and the air above the garden grew cloudy. After a few days, Mother Holle looked sad. "I am afraid it's time for you to leave." Emma grinned. "Finally, I want my gold now." Mother Holle led her to the same golden gate. Emma ran through eagerly, but instead of gold, a dark cloud of mud poured over her. She screamed, covered head to toe in sticky filth. Her fancy dress turned to rags, and her hair drooped like wet yarn. She was back at home, and this time it was her mother's turn to gasp. "Where's your gold?" her mother cried. Emma burst into tears. "I didn't get any." Then she looked at Emily, who helped her clean up without a word of scorn. In that moment, Emma understood. Her sister hadn't been lucky. She had been kind. From that day on, Emma changed. She joined Emily in the kitchen, helped sweep the floors, and fed the chickens. It wasn't always easy, and sometimes she still complained, but she tried, and trying was enough. Together, the two sisters made their home a happy one, not because of gold or magic, but because they worked with love. And as for Mother Holle, they say that when snow falls gently from the sky, it's the feathers from her bed, shaken by another kind heart who wandered into her magical world.
Thank you for following. This channel offers educational content for children aimed at developing their learning skills. Please subscribe and activate the notification bell to receive all the new and beneficial content. And activate the notification bell. Let me know if you'd like any adjustments.